Hi, it's October 21st, 2019 at Algonquin. I'm here with Doggo. I can't show you much of the lake because when I turn the camera out to look at the lake, the screen pretty much just goes dark because it's towards the sun, I guess. It's fairly overcast right now, but yeah, it's just not showing up on video, unfortunately, so it's for me to see and you to find out. I'm not going to be doing my tea shot today, even though it's Monday. I tried to refill the prescription the day before I left for this trip. I left yesterday, so I tried to fill it Saturday. But the pharmacist said, "Oh, you're here 2 days early to refill it," and it's a controlled substance, and you can't get a bunch of bottles of testosterone and have them filled. But it's every 65 days, and the last time I had it filled was August 10th, 2019, and I'm trying to refill it on October 18th, 2000, 2 days before 65 days. And I even brought the prescription with me and showed them that I held it up and the bottle's empty. You can see there's nothing in it. And I had a new prescription from my doctor, even though they had repeats on the old one. And the pharmacist wouldn't fill it, so now I'm without my prescription until I get back, which won't be till Wednesday that I can do my shot. So I don't know if there's a way, or I haven't found a way to get around that, regardless if my doctor does anything, gives me a new prescription, or I didn't have her write a letter, and I did tell the pharmacist I'm going away. I kind of feel and I'm not irresponsible about it. I've been on the same prescription for 7 years, and I've been with Shoppers pharmacies since I started. I did switch which Shoppers pharmacy I refilled it at. I changed that about a year ago, and I've had the same pharmacist, one of 3 people who are maybe there, that I keep having the same pharmacist, usually. So she knows that I'm not abusing it, but I have a feeling that the pharmacist is a person that I've met before, and if I remember correctly, it's the friend of somebody that I went on a few dates with. And this person dated me a few times, and I feel they just wanted to try to have sex with me, and then they dumped me shortly after that. The pharmacist is the same person who I met when I met this girl's friends, so I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's the same person, so I kind of feel that this particular pharmacist is withholding my prescription because it's me. And I'm not trying to... I'm being hesitant because I'm listening to how I'm saying it and trying to not be overly suspicious or anything, but I've also had another similar experience when I asked this same pharmacist for suggestions on medication for my pain issues, because I have 4 herniated discs in my back, and more than one of them is multiple herniations, and that causes compression on the bones, compress like this kind of around, and then the nerve ending sticks out and it compresses around the nerve ending, and that causes me sciatic pain down my legs, actually on both sides now. And I had asked for suggestions of medication that could take to help, and the medication that they suggested, I know for sure I tried one of them. I'm not certain if I tried 2 or 3 or like all 4 that they suggested, but I'm pretty sure that I tried 2 or maybe 3 of them. Sorry, my memory is a bit foggy about it, because that's also one of the side effects of medication. And I've since quit all those medications, but one of them, it was so, it had such extreme withdrawal symptoms that people I've seen who have talked about it on YouTube say it's worse than the withdrawal symptoms of heroin that they know about. So you have to take the pill apart and take out the beads one by one as you decrease the amounts. And I didn't know that, and I stepped down 30 milligrams, and it had a severe side effect where I ended up curled up on the bathroom floor, shaking and shivering, and kind of like hurling, like about to vomit but not able to. So and like extreme, like the spins and mind crushing, like migraines with like actual like brain zaps happening, and that was one of the medications that this pharmacist suggested. So and the reason I had to go off it was because I was having night terrors, and I have pretty bad nightmares already. Get out of the water. Come. So yeah, I have pretty bad nightmares. Oh, nice kisses. Because of having been attacked, and stuff for being trans, so, and my experiences through high school, like being attacked and beaten up, and I've had near-death experience. Actually, one experience I did actually technically die and come back to life. I've had some experiences. If you want to know those stories, like, maybe leave me a comment below, and I'll think about whether or not I want to do a YouTube video about it. But yeah, the medication that she suggested, like I then went and took the paper that she wrote it down onto my doctor and said, I'd like to try these. They were suggested by the pharmacist. They seem to be very good for relieving pain for people, and her suggestion. And my doctor didn't research it very intensely, and neither did I until I was having the side effects. So the night terrors were just horrible. I would wake up in a pool of sweat, like in a scream, and like in a like about to scream because somebody was attacking me in my dream, like been chasing me down for hours, and then like I could feel them grabbing me, and also just constantly profusely sweating, and I was also up to 215 pounds because it makes you gain an incredible amount of weight. The pharmacist didn't tell me any of these side effects. The amount of weight that I felt, like it was the night terrors, and then I was also having a lot of migraines, and some people were saying it gives you these brain zaps while you're on it, not just the withdrawal, like over time if you're on it for long enough. So that and the weight gain, and I figure, well, with this weight gain, the amount of weight that my body is putting on, and it was a lot around my torso, it's putting pressure onto my spine and on my lower back, and then causing that tension on my nerves. Relax, 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 relax. Just chill out. Sit down. He doesn't quite know how to play fetch yet, so his way of wearing himself out is to just kind of like run around in circles. Like, so yeah, I feel like this pharmacist, if it's the same person, is that's a friend of this girl I saw, like, just has it out for me or something, or the girl said something mean about me. No, she's being like, yeah, you should try this thing, like knowing full well that it would like really screw me up. And like, it took me all last fall to get off of it. It wasn't till I wasn't completely off it till the end of December. I think it was, I remember the 26th, but yeah, not till like the 1st of January that I wasn't completely off of it. And I was up to, I was on a 90 pill and a 30, so 120 milligrams of this stuff. So it was really hard to come off of. And then because it affects your dopamine, like your good feeling brain signals, it increases them, like the same as any prescription or any drug does. And both pain medications and antidepressant and anxiety medication, mental health medication, it's the same thing. So when people say, oh, like pay tests, like, oh, I was just on pain meds, but pain meds are the same thing as mental health drugs, and the same thing as recreational drugs. It increases your dopamine level, like the feel-good part of your brain, so that it masks the negative emotion or physical pain or depressive feelings or whatnot. So it's the same thing. And so when you go off of something like that, you're on a certain level that's keeping you at this level of feeling good, and then you go off it, so it dips. So then you have depression and pain and whatever it is you're experiencing. So I have anxiety and depression mildly, but I have an extreme amount of pain from crushed nerves in my back. So going off that medication put me into kind of a pretty low state, and I'm medicated through. I used marijuana a little bit, and then I tried CBD, which helps quite a bit, but it's very expensive, and I don't know if it's affecting the same dopamine levels. Anyhow, I've completely gone off of everything. Taking a bit of marijuana in the evenings helped me to actually go to sleep. Otherwise, I wasn't sleeping very much, and I have quite the harassing neighbors and superintendent, and people beside me, people above me, people below me, all making a lot of noise, and them fighting with each other, banging on my apartment walls and ceiling and floor, thinking I'm the one making the noise. So they're fighting with each other, and I'm not doing anything but trying to get healthier and get off of the medication that I'm on. So it's been a real challenge. I wasn't able to focus on those things. I was very focused on my physical health and dealing with pain issues that I have to this day. So now I'm having cramping of the muscles around my spine and extreme pain on the right side. It's always been on the left, but now it's on the right side. So I'm going to just wrap it up and just say, hey, I'm off every medication. I'm in a ton of pain. I can't take my testosterone, and watch out for your doctors again, because like you never know who's gonna try to screw you over. And I got screwed over for 10 years about testosterone from my previous GP. So those things can happen, and they can still happen today in 2019. So just be careful about who you trust, even if it is your doctor or your pharmacist or your psychoanalyst. They may not know all the side effects, or they may have a personal bias against your gender or sexuality. Alright, I hope you have a great week, and enjoy the view. I'll try to spin you around, see if you can see anything on this camera. But see, I'm sorry, it goes dark. But yeah, that's my view of Algonquin. Oh, maybe if I'm right in front of it, you can see. I have my tent way up there. That's a nice little spot. And it's next day, October 22nd, 2019. And we're hiking up to the Beaver Pond Trail Outlook. One thing I remembered and I wanted to say about the pharmacist was that trans, and so was the person I was dating. They were trans too. So, and they also identified their sexuality was one that complemented mine. So that was a lie. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and that the fact that all these people are trans too means that like you can't expect somebody to be knowledgeable or nice or ethical, even if they are queer and trans. I'm gonna turn this off because it's pretty rocky, and I have to keep Doggo on leash because it's a lot of people. But yeah, it kind of looks like this. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't really do it justice, but it's like these really steep, wet, slippery rocks. Oh, that was something else I was going to talk about. Algonquin is not 3 hours and 35 minutes from Toronto. It's actually about 6.5 hours. So if you have a disability like me and need to plan things pretty regimented, like because you can only be vertical for 4 hours at a time, just keep that in mind. We're already here, I think. Balls. He always finds a good lookouts. I guess he can smell everybody else's feet where they've been walking. So yeah, to keep that in mind. And also, we did the Highland Trail hiking, backpacking area. And, oh wow, that's nice, eh? It's not marked. The way the Bruce Trail map is marked, it says like, there's like a little point. It'll say like, the entrance said 3.9 and my campsite was at 3.5, which to me meant 0.2 of a kilometer away. But it was actually 3.9 kilometers just to get to the actual Highland Backpacking Trail. And then another 1.7 or something, or like I don't understand their maps, so I'm emailing them later and I can let you guys know how to read their maps, because they're way different than how Bruce Trail maps operate. All the other Ontario parks are like work that way. That's like sequential. You're at mile 10, then mile 11, mile 12. But this was like in sections or something. I don't know. I don't understand. Like here's a marker here. It says 9. But I've seen on other people's websites that these markers just mean it's lookout number 9. So, and also, if you're disabled, you get a 50% discount, which is great. But when you book, you have to pay. I am unclear if it's a $50 deposit to hold the booking, or if my fee was going to be $50 if I wasn't disabled. So anyhow, I got a refund when I picked up the permit. You can't have it emailed to you. You have to pick it up in person, which means I was racing out here, like, because I thought I had twice the amount of time to get here to the office in time, because it was Sunday. Westgate closed at 5, and luckily Mew Lake, it was not closed on the 20th. It was actually open until 7 p.m., and I just got there in time. Otherwise, I don't know, I would have maybe had a fine for not having a permit in my car, or if somebody stopped by and I couldn't show a permit, then there'd be that issue too. And also, thanks Google, it's raining, and you said it was going to be sunny and 20 degrees, so at least we got this. We'll see if we can find anything else on the way out. I'm gonna go to the visitor center, and all the fall leaves are not even in this halfway area. It was really windy last night, so it might all got blown off. Um, but yeah, I was expecting there to be fall, and we're kind of a week late. It's the 22nd, so oh well. At least we made it, and we got to sleep a lot, and it was very quiet on the backpacking trail, and I'm glad I chose that over Mew Lake Campground because that was right by the highway. It's really loud, so not the best camping at that spot. All right, say goodbye, boo-boos. Goodbye, boo-boos. A kissy, kissy, kissy. Bye-bye.